Hello, welcome to Horizons, episode 86 review, and we're kicking off. The battle for Rakua is here, and it's pretty great. Feels like the focus of this episode is Fried vs Spinel, but first of all we get rerouted for Gibeon and Zygon and Rakua, reminiscing on a bunch of words relevant to his story as he goes to Rakurium. Meanwhile, the kids are facing off the other explorers, who have a revelation that explorers always knew where Rakua was and had been overseeing it, which contextualizes a strange building to Liko. The only obstacle to fulfilling Gibeon's plan was the barrier, which is why Terapagos has been needed. And can also drop the bombshell on the kids that everything they've been doing, restoring Terapagos' power, recovering the heroes and bringing it to Rakua, really just plays into the explorer's hands. What I really like is the parallels going on here, as of course Spinel is revealing it to Fried as well. Instead of accepting that they've been duped, Fried just has a guess as to what the kids would say to that information, and before Fried can speak, we cut back to Liko saying it herself. It's their adventure, not the explorers. The kids and their Pokemon decided to help Terapagos. And hearing Liko talk with such resolve about how this was for Terapagos is just so amazing, like hell yeah, pop off though. The explorers are pretty unmoved though, so the three admins get ready to fight the kids. Spinel does some more cheeky taunting, saying they're almost there and Gibeon with Rakua will be great for the explorers, so they get ready to fight. Cap comes out with Umbreon and Behemoth coming out, which gets Fried to give us a double battle as he gets to see Charles and Cap team up, which is pretty awesome. Of course Umbreon's a main threat as it can counter Cap's strength with foul play, and Behemoth as support, neutralizing and redirecting Charizard Air/a Psychic. We go off to a pretty sick start as we find out that Cap's ability is Lightning Rod, redirecting a Thunderbolt, apparently getting Spinel off guard. But he's got a great little move in store as Cap runs in with Volt Tackle, and it turns out Behemoth has Skill Swap, effectively neutralizing Cap. And Fried could only deduce that a Thunderbolt was bait to deduce if Cap had it or static. I absolutely adore the methodical and ability-based battling that Horizon takes advantage of. In previous series, aside from maybe Diamond and Pearl, I don't think we've gotten as much ability usage. This also means that Charizard just becomes a big target, but Cap's not giving up as Charizard can distract them while Spinel's not giving much attention to Cap, then Cap try and get a shot from a distance, but ultimately Spinel puts a stop to it. Meanwhile, we get the kids versus the other admins, pretty much fighting the ones we've seen them up against before, with Liko against Onyx, Dot against Dagger, and Roy against Sango, with Sango using her Scream Tail. These battles do feel a bit more standard, but I like what we have going on here. Medicham and Quax will have similar feeling battle styles, but Dot's got to find a way to out-predict Medicham. And so do Croclaw and Scream Tail. We've got similar battle styles when it comes to using sound-based moves. And it just makes a difference between Floragato and Garganacl, having Agile versus Tank quite different. And of course they've all battled before and have an idea of how each other fight and what moves they'll use, which makes the matchups quite interesting. Back with Fried, he gets Cap and Charizard to fly, letting Cap jump onto Umbreon and suppressing it, giving Charizard the time to terrestrialize. Spinel tells Behemoth to retreat, but as Cap starts to Thunder Punch Umbreon, Behemoth teleported to Umbreon as Charizard fired a Terra Blast, taking out Behemoth with Umbreon just managing to tank it. And turns out the ability Cap got in Skill Swap was Telepathy, making Cap immune from any damage Charizard could inflict, which was sick. Fried just being able to on the fly try that and being able to put that ability, that's for us once Cap into play, was absolutely goated. That actually makes Spinel see that Fried didn't use data but intuition to pull that move off, getting Umbreon to use Snarl but getting absolutely blown back by Cap's Volt Tackle. And without going into detail for all the Fried kids battles, they managed to gain advantages no matter how the dire situations start to look, particularly as Onyx and Sango pull out their Terror Orbs. And what I really like for Liko and Roy in those instances is that they overcome their battles without the need to use their Terrors. It's probably going to play a bit into the arc that the kids have access to their Terrors, but Fried doesn't. But it shows how strong the kids are. There's a time where Sango and Onyx were unmovable, and now the kids have surpassed that. Of course Sango's willing to blow them all up with Glalie, but they're interrupted as a beam of energy emerges from distance. Terapagos comes out and it's a Rakurium, ending the episode. This episode really is just a banger. It's one of those episodes that makes you feel that writers both understand and love Pokemon battling. The highlight being Fried vs Spinel for me, as doubles is just inherently so much more interesting than singles, opening up lots of strategy and interesting moves, and also risky plays. But there's no guarantee about Spinel's Behemoth had telepathy, but targeting it paid off, and let Fried win with his most challenging battle so far. It just feels like some chaotic thing you could pull off in gameplay. It's just awesome. And again, while I didn't really focus on the kids as much of this episode, they did great. I love seeing how well they all did, and Liko's resolve in particular was fantastic to see. Terapagos is her Pokemon. Throwing it back into the Explorer's face that all she's done was for Terapagos, not them, feels so earned. I do also think it's quite interesting that Agate didn't have Medicham go down though, knowing she's close to Spinel. I know she's going to have a bigger role in the rest of the arc. It's just a fantastic action episode with a strong understanding of what makes battles so fun to watch. It's a fantastic way to start off the Rakua battle arc, yeah. I'm very excited to see what comes, if this is how we're starting,